Story 1. The Old Mill Ouija Night in Connecticut. Looking back, it's easy to chalk it up to that invincible haze of being 19, when the world's a playground of bad ideas and consequences feel like myths told to kill the buzz. Me, Alex, and my buddies Tyler and Nate, we were deep in that phase, killing time in the forgotten corners of our coastal Connecticut town, Bridgeport's outskirts, where the old factories crumbled like forgotten teeth. Not tight like brothers anymore. Tyler drifted to community college in Stamford. Nate stuck local at the auto shop. But back then, glue. We'd grown up trading Pokemon cards in the schoolyard, then sneaking smokes behind the arcade. And by senior year, our thrills escalated. Urban explores in the abandoned Pfizer plant. Ghost hunts with Walmart EMF meters that always glitched. 8 years ago, Halloween creeping like a fever, we hatched the dumbest yet. Ouija board at the old mill. Not some podunk barn, this was the Derby Mill. A hulking, red brick beast from the 1800s, perched on a rocky bluff overlooking the Housatonic River. Roads barricaded since the 80s flood washed out the base. Locals whispered about it. Suicide jumps, mill spirits dragging workers to watery graves. But to us, prime spooky bait. October tradition, Nate grinned over texts, his closet yielding the board from a yard sale score. Spirits love the holiday, let's poke the bear. Tyler bailed on a family thing, but Nate and I, in. Picked him up at dusk Friday, my 98 Civic rattling with a full tank and 0 cents. The drive was ritual. Nate's shotgun, board wrapped in a trash bag on his lap like contraband. Me piloting with a flashlight wedged in the dash vent. Pumped classic horror, Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare thumping low, to hype the vibe. Bridgeport faded quick. Suburbs to salt marshes, then the Bluff Road. A pothole minefield gated flimsy with chain link and no trespassing signs faded to pink. Parked a quarter-mile back in a pull-off choked with sumac, headlights cut to black. Hike up was stealth. Single flashlight beam bobbing like a firefly on meth. Nate muttering prayers half joking. He was the Catholic one, rosary beads in his pocket. What if the cops rolled? I hissed. Chain cutters from Dad's garage snipping the lock quiet. Bribe 'em with candy corn. Laughter muffled. The mill loomed sudden at the crest. A 5-story skeleton against the harvest moon. Windows shattered like punched eyes. Ivy clawing the mortar like veins. Gravel lot crunched underfoot. Weeds thrusting through cracks. Graffiti screaming, "Satan lives," in spray paint drips. Main door? Ajar 2 feet, warped from rust. Scraping concrete as we shouldered it wide. Echo booming like a tomb sigh. Inside hit different. Air thick as attic dust, laced with mold and river rot. The bean carving ruins from void. Ground floor was a cavern. Rusted turbines the size of cars. Conveyor bones twisted mid-scream. Pigeons cooing from rafter perches like judgmental ghosts. We swept cautious. Nate's light joining mine. Beams dancing over shattered glass and faded Union Mill stencils. "Clear," he whispered, but his voice cracked. Place reeked history. Mill girls crushed in belts, foremen vanishing in the gears. Tales Nate's grandma spun over tea. Up the creaking stairs, wood spongy under boots, nails popping like gunfire. We claimed the second floor. Overseer's office. Walls papered yellowed ledgers. A massive oak desk splintered, but standing, overlooking the river's black ribbon 100 feet below. Perfect stage. Board unpacked on the desk, planchette gleaming plastic under our lights. Nate's backpack yielded the props. 3 tea lights from his mom's cupboard. Beeswax stubs we'd borrowed for authenticity. "Triangle formation," he directed, voice stage whisper. Placing them equidistant, flint striker sparking flames that guttered shadows wild. Lights off. Total dark now. Candles glow a meager island. 6 feet of flicker max. The rest Mills swallowed in ink. We sat cross-legged on the plank floor, knees bumping, fingers light on the planchette. That heart-shaped pointer, smooth as sin. Nate led, the medium per his YouTube binges. "Spirits of the mill. We're friends. Harmless. Anyone here?" Voice pitch dramatic, but mine snorted. Bullshit, right? 3 dumb kids playing pretend. Planchette twitched. Slow circle, then south, to yes. Laughter exploded, mine hardest. "Nate, you pushing?" He swore cross-heart. Tyler'd done the same last summer, fessing up over beers. But we rolled. Cliché questions. "What's your name?" Dragged to E-L-I. Eli? "How'd you die?" F-A-L-L. "Fall? From the catwalk?" Giggles edged nervous. The mill's draft whispered through cracks, flames leaning like eavesdroppers. Took turns. "My favorite color?" "Silly." Planchette to B-L-A-C-K. "Nate's. Miss the living?" S-O-M-E. Some. Tyler texted mid. "Don't die, LOL." Typed back one-handed. "Spirits, say hi." Vibe shifted, subtle. Laughter thinning. The dark pressing closer. Candles' shadows puppeteering the walls like ink fingers. Then, the crack. Loud, splintering, from the far corner by the shattered window overlooking the river. Wood giving way, massive, like a beam snapping under weight, not settling groan. We jumped unison, planchette flying to no, lights snapping on frantic, beams stabbing the gloom. "What the fuck?" Nate yelped, voice boy high. Mine swept the corner, empty. Just exposed lath and plaster dust sifting like snow. Window frame gaping to the night, river rush faint below. No one. No vagrant silhouette, no rat skittering. "Old place," I muttered, heart still thumping. Beams shift. Nate nodded eager, but his rosary beads clicked in his pocket. Wind, draft through the glass. Relit the candles, flames stubborn, one snuffing before catching, and reset the board, hands trembling faint on the planchette. Ignore it. Continue. But the air? Thicker now, charged like pre-storm, our breaths fogging slight despite no chill. Questions resumed, hesitant. Nate's, "You lonely?" Planchette dead, stuck central, no budge. Mine, "Prank us?" Nada. Tyler's turn via text prompt. "Future job?" Stalled. The mill answered instead. Silence stretching taut, candles flames steady, too steady. Shadows frozen mid-dance. We pushed, Nate invoking, "Spirits, speak!" But the planchette mocked inert, our fingers slick with sweat. 10 minutes? 15? The dark clawed in, that corner's dust still settling, river's murmur mocking our hush. Then thud. Not crack, impact, solid, landing square on the board's goodbye with a clatter that vibrated the desk. Rock. Fist-sized, jagged granite, river-worn smooth on one face, tumbling from nowhere to smack the planchette aside. We screamed, trio harmony of terror, scrambling back, knees bruising on planks, lights whipping wild. Holy shit! Holy shit! Nate's beam pinned it. No ledge above, no loose mortar overhead. Just the rafters bare, cobwebbed, impossible arc. Mine swept the room. Door shut tight, we'd wedged it. Windows sealed, save that one gap. No trajectory from outside. Tyler's text blew up. WTF happened? But phones? Hands shaking, too bad to type. Laughter? Gone. Replaced by that animal panic, the kind that floods limbs with lead and fire. Out! Now! I gasped. Nate already bolting, backpack snagged mid-stride, board abandoned like cursed relic. Stairs pounded, wood groaning protest, main floor a blur of turbines and gloom, door shouldered wide to gravel crunch. Down the bluff blind, flashlights bouncing, roots snagging ankles, breath soaring like engines. Halfway, Nate tripped, faceplant in sumac, cursing saints. Me hauling him up, no words, just the mill's silhouette shrinking behind. That rock's thud echoing skull deep. Car hit like sanctuary. Civic's dome light a holy glow, doors slamming, engine firing with a cough. Didn't drive, sat idling 5 minutes, panting. Nate clutching beads like lifeline. Me white-knuckling wheel. Rock? From where? His voice small. Mine. Wind? Loose stone? Lies, both knew. Trajectory wrong, timing too perfect. Tyler's barrage. You alive? Bored? We spilled it voice memos. Crack, rock, flight. His reply tinny. Ghost mill confirmed. Beers tomorrow? Laughter cracked then, hysteria edged, as we peeled down the bluff. Lights off till the highway. Drops Nate home, his mom's porch light a beacon. Fist bump numb. Never again. Slept? Fragments. Dreams of falling beams, rocks raining planchettes. Saturday dawned hungover on fear. Brunch at the diner. Eggs congealing as we dissected. Prank. Hobo chucked it, Tyler theorized, but Nate shook head. Door wedged, and the crack? Before. Me? Agnostic. Believed squatters more than spooks, but the impossibility gnawed. No entry, no angle. That thud's weight. Someone was there, I said final. Equals scary. Sunday, Nate dragged Tyler back daylight, board's mine, can't leave it. Me bailing for family brunch, gut sour. They hiked dawn, beams bold under sun. Mill less monster, more ruin. Graffiti fresh, pigeon shit freshing the ledges. Office? Grim. Candles gutted cold, wax pools hardened like tears. But board? Gone. Desk bare. Planchette vanished, no drag marks, no shatter. Stolen. Tyler texted, pick, empty grain. Nate's rosary clicked prayers. They bailed quick, no linger. Told me over pizza that night, his face ashen. Spirits took it, or whoever threw the rock. Laughter died fast. Tyler shifted to girls, but the what-if hung. Squatters game? Mill ghost claiming toys? Or us, poking voids we couldn't unpoke? Years scattered us. Tyler married young, kid on the way in Stamford. Nate mechanic steady, church Sundays devout. Me? Bounced to New Haven for IT certs, then Hartford desk drone, city hum drowning the quiet. Mill? Still stands, Googled last year. Urban decay tours skirting the fence now. No collapses reported. Ouija? Nate burned his spares, swears off boards. Tyler jokes cursed, but eyes say no. Me? Skeptic still. Acoustics tricked the crack. Rock rolled from a rafter crack unseen. But nights, city rain drumming the sill, I hear it. Thud. planchette sliding unbidden. And wonder, did Eli fall alone? Or wait, whistling for fools to join the walk down? Story 2. The all-night gas station in Oregon. Desperation's a hell of a motivator. Turns you into someone you barely recognize, scraping for scraps in the dead of night just to keep the lights on. That's how I ended up slinging Slurpees and lotto dreams at Quick Stop 24 on the outskirts of Salem, Oregon, back in my mid-20s. Fresh off a botched attempt at community college, dropped out after a semester of chem labs that tasted like failure, and a breakup that gutted me worse. I needed cash yesterday. Day jobs? Laughed out of interviews with my patchy resume and the bags under my eyes from pulling doubles at a diner that smelled like burnt grease. Nights though? They had openings. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., $11 an hour plus tips from the truckers who mercy tipped for not shorting their change. The station was a fluorescent oasis on Highway 99E, sandwiched between strip malls and soy fields, neon open sign buzzing like a migraine against the Willamette Valley's perpetual drizzle. Pumps hummed eternal under the canopy. Shelves stocked with beef jerky and off-brand energy drinks. The coffee urn perpetually scorched. I lasted 3 months, long enough to bank rent and a used Civic that coughed like my regrets. But the second month, that's when Walt started showing, and the clock started ticking towards something straight out of a fever dream. It began innocuous, the way these things do. Late-night rituals blending into the blur. First sighting, 2:17 a.m. on a Tuesday. Rain sheeting the windows like a bad omen. Ding of the door chime yanked me from inventory count. Cigarette packs tallied on the register's sticky notepad. In he shuffled. Mid-40s, 6 feet even, frame wiry under a threadbare Carhartt jacket that hung like it had seen better decades. Hair long and stringy, the color of wet hay, falling in greasy curtains over a face etched with lines like a topographical map of hard miles. Eyes? Sunken, rimmed red, but sharp. Predator sharp. The kind that sizes you up without blinking. He beelined for the cooler, snagged a tall boy of hams, the cheap silver bullet that tasted like regret, and slapped it on the counter. "That'll be $2.89, I droned, scanning. The beep, a gunshot in the hush. He slid a crumpled 5, fingers nicotine yellow, nails bitten to ragged half-moons. No chit-chat, just a nod as I made change, 2 ones and change. Door dinged him out. I watched through the rain-streaked glass as he cracked the can right there on the pump island, foam spilling white on blacktop, then ambled south down the access road, swallowed by shadows. No car, no stagger, just walk, steady as a metronome. Truckers sometimes did that, hitch or hoof it from the lot across the highway, but his vibe? Off. Like he belonged to the night more than the road. Next night? Same script, 2:03 a.m. Tall boy, 5 spot, out the door with a sip mid-stride. By week's end, pattern locked. Tuesdays through Saturdays, give or take 15 minutes. Always the hams, always the walk south. I'd clock him from the stool, name tag Rob peeling at the edges, muttering to himself as he paid, low chuckles like inside jokes with ghosts. Rough one, huh? I ventured once, handing change. He paused, head tilting owl-like, eyes locking mine for the first time. Rob, right? Yeah, rough's the word. Grin cracked, teeth yellowed, one canine chipped like a busted fence post. Laughed then, deep from the gut, cracking the can as he pushed out. You seem solid, Rob. Know your shit. Creeped me mild. Knew my name from the tag, sure, but the tone? Like sizing a mark. Watched him go. That amble unchanging. No weave of drunk, just purpose. Called after. Drive safe! Stupid, since he walked. His laugh trailed back, swallowed by rain. Week 2, he evolved. Showed Thursdays too, adding a pack of cools, menthols, the kind that burn your throat like regret. Building a habit. I joked, ringing him up. He leaned on the counter, close enough I smelled the road on him. Wet asphalt and stale smoke. Nah, old friends. Paused, eyes flicking the security cam above the register, then back. What's a guy like you doing graveyard, Rob? Got dreams? Deflected easy. Pays the bills. But he lingered, cracking the tall boy slow, foam lapping the rim. Bills. Yeah. Government's got me by the short ones. Fucked me out of the mill job back in '08. Steel gone, pensions vapor. Now, this. Gesture vague, encompassing the night, the pumps slick under vapor lights. Nodded sympathetic. Mill closures hit Salem hard. Ghost towns of shuttered plants. Tough break. Name's Walt, right? Guessed from his jacket patch, faded Walt's welding. He barked laugh. Walt? Close? Call me what you want. But yeah, I like you, Rob. Steady hand. Sipped deep, then out. Amble south, cools tucked in pocket. Texted my buddy Jax after. Weird regular, chatty drunk. His reply, dumpster dive for food stamps? Laughed it off. Regulars with a gig's spice. The old lady with her $2 scratches. The trucker with dad jokes. But Walt? Spiced turned sour. Week 3, gaps widened. Mr. Tuesday showed Wednesday hammered, leaning on the jerky display like it owed him money. Tall boy in fist already, half gone, eyes glassy but locked. Hey Rob, miss me? Slurred soft, but the lean? Invasive, breath of fog of malt and mint gum masking it. Always room, I quipped, scanning. He paid exact. 2 ones, 89 cents in quarters. Fingers brushing mine, deliberate. You ever feel it, Rob? The watch. Like eyes in the dark, waiting your slip. Shiver hit, unrelated to the AC. Station's cams covered angles, but the south lot? Blind spot. Fields beyond where deer spooked headlights. Paranoid from the brew? Light. He chuckled wet. Nah, life's the brew. But you get it. Know the moves. Straightened, tall boy drained in 3 pulls. Out the door with a wink. Watched longer that time. Amble hitched slight, but southbound steady. Vanishing with a highway curved to Eugene. Unease settled. Stocked smoke slower. Eyes on the door chime. Storm Tuesday. October edging November. Fronts dumping sheets that turned 99E to river. Cleared the lot early. Just me and the hum. 1:45 a.m. Ding pierced the roar. In he stormed, soaked through. No jacket this time, just a grey Henley clinging like skin. Jeans dark wet, hair plastered serpent-like. Stood dripping by the door, not advancing. Eyes fixed on the coffee urn like it held secrets. Walt, you good, man? No turn, no blink. Just statue. Water pooling at his boots. Did it, he rasped finally. Voice gravel under thunder. Something real bad. Gut iced. Stepped back casual, hand ghosting the panic button under the counter. Silent alarm to PD 5 miles out. What'd you do? Talk to me. Turned slow then, eyes meeting mine. Pupils blown wide, whites veined red like burst capillaries. Need a hole, Rob. Hidey hole. Just till the rain quits. No, wait! Brushed past. Shoulder clipping mine hard, beelining the hall. Restrooms, stockroom. The employees only beyond. Door to the men's swung. latch clicking shut. Silence after, broken by the storm's tattoo. Waited. 5 minutes? 10? No flush. No tap run. Radioed the owner. Voicemail again. Regular acting off. Locked in the john. Sending alarm if needed. Hung, ears straining over rain. Faint drip from the eaves. The cooler's hum. Then, lights flickered. Not storm surge. Clean cut. Fluorescence dying to black. Emergency floods kicking red dim. Pitch in the aisles. Storm's fury muffled through vents. Walt? Weak call. No reply. Flashlight from the drawer. Maglite, beam heavy. Traced the hall. Unisex door ajar. Stall empty. Water puddled, but no tracks. Stockroom next. Padlocked tight. Keys on my belt. Deep breath. Being to the panel box in the utility nook. Same hall. Pushed in slow. Door creaking. Air cooler here. Concrete floor slick with leak. Drip. Steady plink from the pipes overhead. Squeak. Wet rubber on tile. Left corner. Walt, come on. Joke's over. Beam whipped. There. Huddled fetal by the breaker stacks, jacket shed, Henley twisted, eyes saucer wide in the red wash. You! Lunge sudden, feral, claws raking my arm as he surged, scream tearing. I'll end you, you hear? Fucking end it all! Pushed off wild, flashlight clattering, his nails drawing fire lines down my bicep, bolted back, hall blurring, front doors my North Star. Civic key snagged mid-dash, rain jacket forgotten, tumbled out into the gale, door banging behind, alarm shrieking belated. Engine caught third try, wipers frantic. 911 barked live. Quick stop 99E, guy inside, attacked me, says he did something bad, hurry! Dispatcher Gold, lock in, describe? Spilled it. Walt, the tall boy ghost, the lunge, pupils like black moons. On something, eyes wrong. ETA 4 minutes, idled facing the pumps, beam on the doors, blood welling warm on my arm. Cruisers screamed in, 2 units, cherries pulsing rainbows on the wet. Uniforms piling out, vests bulging. Stay back, let us clear. Followed close, maglite reclaimed, heart thumping sink to boots. Hall first, empty. Stockroom breached, flashlight parade, shadows leaping like demons. Corner, him. Walt or whatever, curled tight, rocking subtle, murmurs lost to storm. On your feet, hands! Command boomed, he rose, slow, compliant, cuffs ratcheting easy. Up close in the floodlight, pupils saucer still, skin clammy, grin twitching back like muscle memory. Rob, he breathed, eyes pinning mine over the deputy's shoulder. Told you. Bad. Lick of lips, slow, deliberate. Deputy yanked him frontward, Miranda rattling. Station wait, arm bandaged, hasty by the EMT. Stitches later, statement spilled. The regulars. The lean. The bad. Cops nodded. Known him? Walter Ellis. Priors for assault, out on probation from SCI Huntington. Mill job? Yeah. Laid off 08. Spiraled. Bar fights, a stalking beef in Corvallis. Eyes say meth, the lead said. Or worse. Grim, Walt? Silent ride, but that lick echoed. Cleared by 5 a.m, shift covered by a uni till dawn. Home to my studio. Blinds drawn, sleep a joke. Jax crashed later. Dude, psycho stalker? Laughed weak. Arm throbbed. Scratches red wheels. News Friday. Body found. Woman, late 30s. Bludgeoned in a Salem trailer off commercial. Ex? Person of interest, named Walter Ellis, apprehended blocks away. My quick stop? Last sighting, tall boy in hand, southbound. Brutal, the report said. Overkill, rage-fueled. Month later, prelim, same night. Storm masked the walk. Station his confessional. Me, the unwitting priest. Quit next week, family emergency. Landed days at a warehouse in Kaiser. Sunlight, my new god. Told few. Creepy customer turned killer. Nods, subject change. Walt? Plea deal. Life with parole shot. Station? Still pumps gas, but south lot? Blind spot eternal. Nights now? Lights on. Doors locked, triple. And sometimes, rain drumming. I hear the ding. Tall boy slap. That lick. Walt's whisper. You know the moves, Rob. Yeah. Learned 'em hard. Story 3. The pizza run to the wrong house in Indiana. 19 feels like a lifetime ago now. Back when the world was a blur of gas station burritos and mixtapes burned on my shitty HP laptop. Dreams of striking out for Chicago clashing with the daily grind of slinging pizzas for Domino's in the flatlands of Lafayette, Indiana. I dropped out of Purdue after one semester. Couldn't hack the engineering prereqs, and the loans were piling like snowdrifts anyway. So delivery was my lifeline. $8 an hour plus tips. A beat-up '02 Corolla that guzzled oil like a chain smoker, and enough freedom to blast smashing pumpkins while dodging deer on the back roads. Orders came in waves. Frat houses reeking of natty light, soccer moms with gluten-free requests. But the bread and butter runs were the rural ones. Those dead-end spurs off 26 where the houses sprawled on acres of corn stubble, lights winking like lonely stars. Tips averaged $3 for a medium pepperoni, $5 if you hauled it up a gravel drive without spilling sauce. That Thursday in early fall, leaves just turning, air crisp with that Midwest bite, I drew a pittance. 1 chicken parm sub and a plain cheese slice. Total $14. $50 before tip. Easy money, I muttered, boxing it hasty in the kitchen's fluorescent hell, the oven's heat blasting my face like a dragon's breath. Address pinged on the GPS. 1427 Elm Hollow Lane. Out past the Purdue Research Farm. A 15-minute haul. No notes, no leave at door, no watch for dog. Just the order. Paid cash, anonymous. Plocked out at 5:45 p.m. Bag slung hot over the seat and hit the road. Windows cracked to the harvest moon rising fat and orange. Lafayette's edges blur quick. Subdivisions to strip malls, then the endless flats where the Wabash whispers secrets to the soy fields. Elm Hollow was a ghost spur. Paved blacktop crumbling to gravel after the first mailbox cluster. Flanked by fence rows choked with goldenrod and the skeletons of last summer's sunflowers. Houses thinned. A double wide with a rusted swing set. A rancher with Christmas lights still strung from July. Then nothing but the hush of harvest silos looming like silver sentinels. GPS chirped final. Arrived. Pulled up slow, Corolla's tires crunching shells, headlights stabbing the dusk. To what? A squat Victorian, paint peeling grey like old bark, porch sagging under a roofline that leaned wrong, as if the house had sighed too hard one storm and never straightened. Huge lot though, acres of knee-high weeds swallowing the drive, a detached garage leaning like a drunk uncle, and next door, a mirror twin, but derelict. Windows boarded, sloppy with plywood, yard a jungle of thistle, and trash bags split by raccoons. No lights in mine. Every pane black. Not even the flicker of a TV or porch bulb. But the front door? Cracked open 3 inches. A yawn into void. Sketch, I breathed, killing the engine, bag in hand. Knocked tentative rap on the jam, since the knocker was long gone. Yelling, "Pizza!" Echo only, swallowed by the creak of settling joists. No answer. Rang the bell. Buzzer flat, no hum. Waited the count of 10, steam rising from the box like a bad omen. Inside, faint, muffled like through a wall. Notes tinkling, a piano. Repetitive, plinking the same arpeggio over and over. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Simple but insistent, like a music box wound too tight. Heart gave a lazy thump. Folks practiced weird hours, sure. Old-timers with arthritis fingers, kids on YouTube tutorials, but in the dark, with the door ajar? Backed off porch, circled the yard cautious, weeds snagging my Nikes, gravel biting ankles, the air thick with that river bottom rot and something sweeter, like overripe apples fermenting in the eaves. Side yard a mess, rusted wheelbarrow tipped, garden tools scattered like bones, a chain-link fence half collapsed into the neighbor's overgrowth. Peered windows, living room shrouded, furniture lumps under sheets like mummies, dust motes dancing in my phone's flash. Piano from deeper in, kitchen, parlor, swelling now, that loop twisting sinister in the hush. Back door, glass pane fogged, knock louder, thud, thud, yell again. Delivery, got your order. Silence post-plink, then resume, mocking. No shape stirring. The house felt empty, but not. Watched, like eyes behind the blinds. Called the shop, speaker on dash, engine idling warm. Yo Marco, confirm 1427 Elm Hollow? Sub and slice, cash. His voice crackled tinny over the fryer sizzle. Yeah, kid. Notes say front door, no contact. Weird, but paid up. Tips in the app, $4. $4? Generous for Sketchville. Doors open, piano playing inside, but dark as hell. Feels off. Marco chuckled. Halloween pranks early, leave it, log no answer. But pride, or stupidity, pushed. Nah, I'll push it. Hung, bag reheated on the manifold and front again. Door wider now? No, same crack, but the piano swelled, notes cascading frantic, like the player's hands slipped. Yelled interior, "Pizza's here, $14.50!" Pause. The music cut mid-phrase, abrupt as a snapped string. Hush dropped heavy, then voice. Over here. Faint, male, gravelly with age or smoke, from the house's gut. Bring it in, son. Trouble with the legs. Sympathy tugged. Old guy, maybe widowed, housebound in this relic. But dark? No lights. Which room, sir? Can't see shit. Beat, then. Through the sitting room, dining off it. Straight shot. No app note for inside drop. Policy screamed porch only, but $4 and pity won. On my way. Pushed the door, hinges silent, no squeal. Stepped over threshold, the air hitting like a slap. Musty thick, laced with mildew and that sweet rot. Floorboards groaning under my 170 like warnings. Foyer narrow, wallpaper peeling, floral, in strips like shed skin. A hall tree hooked with coats long moth-eaten. Flash from phone stabbed ahead. Sitting room left, heavy drapes drawn on windows framing the dusk purple. Furniture hulked under Holland covers. Couch, wing chairs, a sideboard with crystal decanter filmed dust. Piano right, upright grand, lid propped. Keys yellowed ivory. No bench, no player. Music? Stopped cold, but the echo looped my skull. Da-da-dum. Sir? Pizza, where? Voice again, closer, from the dining arch. This way. Hurry, son. Hands shake. Edged forward, bag steam fogging the flash. The room's scale wrong. Ceilings vaulted high, shadows pooling deep in corners where the beam couldn't reach. Dining opened. Table massive, mahogany scarred from decades of meals. Chairs askew like fleeing guests. Chandelier dangling crystals dull as teeth. No one. Empty. Sir? Call sharper. The house answered with a sigh. Settle? Or breath? Logic screamed bail. Bag on table, out. But the voice tugged. That hands shake, hitting my grandma's late days, bedridden and brittle. Dining room, where are you? Pause heavy, then. By the sideboard, can't rise. Bring it here, please. Sideboard. Opposite wall, brass candelabras tarnished. A china hutch looming, stuffed with plates, flow blue-veined. Flash swept. Nothing. No slippered feet, no wheelchair shadow. Just the hush. Pressing now. The air cooler deeper in. Like the house exhaled winter. Set the bag down tentative. Thud on oak. 14.50 out. Bills crisp under the flash. Cash on the table. Enjoy, sir. Back pedal started. Sneakers whispering carpet fringe. When the piano resumed. Solo. Plinking from the sitting room. That loop insistent, faster now. Like chase music in a silent flick. Heart jackknifed, spun full. Flash to the arch. Keys depressed phantom. Ivories sinking slow. No hands. No dust stir. What the? Voice laughed, soft, wheezy, from behind the hutch. Trick of the light, son. Old place plays itself. Peaked then, cautious. Beam inching around the edge. Space narrow. Wallpaper buckled, but empty. No figure huddled, no eyes glinting, just the wall peeling to lath. Panic bloomed cold, bag forgotten, cash too, bolted foyer ward, shoulder clipping the hall tree, coats rustling like whispers. Door yawned open still. Dusk bruised to navy outside. Corolla's tail lights, red eyes in the drive. But the piano swelled triumphant, notes cascading wrong, discordant now, keys slamming like fists. Voice trailed. Come back. Eat with me. Not old, not kind. Edge honed, hungry. Leaped porch, gravel flying, door slamming behind. Auto lock? No click, just the house's sigh. Engine roared alive, tires spinning shells. 911 thumbed mid-U-turn. Domino's driver, Elm Hollow, 1427. House empty but voices, piano playing alone. Feels wrong, send someone. Dispatcher calm. Stay online, describe? Spilled it frantic, the crack, the music, the laugh. Like a trap, thought it was an old guy. ETA 8 minutes. Idled, facing out, eyes on mirrors. The house's windows black stairs. No lights bloomed. No figure porch-bound. Just the hush. Piano faint through glass. Mocking. Cruiser rolled gravel. Deputy, mid-30s. Mustache like a broom bristle. Listened grave by the pumps. Door ajar? Music? Nodded. We approached, tandem. His mag-like dwarfing mine. Radio crackling back up. Pushed in. Foyer same, but the air. Colder, the piano silent now, bag untouched on the table, cash pristine. Swept room by room, sitting parlor empty, keys still. Dining void, hutch's shadow long but bare. Kitchen back, a war zone of stacked newsprint yellowed, counters furred dust, fridge humming empty. Upstairs, bedrooms musty, beds stripped to springs, closets yawning, mothball ghosts. Clear, he said, but eyes said doubt. Outside again. Neighbor's ruin taped condemned. Realtor sign faded on the lawn. Foreclosed, sold as is. Called dispatch, check records. Back in minutes. Vacant 6 months. Previous owners fled domestic mess. Bank repoed. No utilities, no keys issued. Piano? Deputy frowned. We returned. Upright grand, but lid down now. Dust undisturbed. No score, no bench. Wind? I muttered. He shrugged. Or squatters cleared out. Bag retrieved, cash pocketed, tip mine by default. Statement at the station later. Felt watched. Voice lured me in. Drove home numb. Apartment off campus. Ramen boiling as Jax crashed with beers. Ghost pizza? Laughed brittle. Scratches from the tree itched phantom. Shop buzz next shift. Marco. No answer logged. $4 yours. But the what if? Lured deeper. Door shuts. The laugh closes. Googled later. Elm Hollow Priors. 03 murder-suicide. Mill worker snapped. Wife and kid piano lessons cut short. House flipped twice. Empty since. Sold finally. Teardown. New build rising. Avoid rural runs now? Nah. Days at a warehouse. Steady but soul suck. But drives past silos. Radio off, I strain. Da-da-dum. And wonder. Was it him? Or the house, hungry for company? One slice at a time.